All right, the first sighting of Dogman. Now, there seems to be a difference according to some lore there that werewolf and a dogman, that they're two different kinds. You have there an early time period of the 1980s, 1990s, where there was multiple encounters and eyewitnesses in Wisconsin and over there in Minnesota, talking about Michigan. Sorry, talking about a dogman. You have initial report of one sighting in 1989, a woman driving down Bray Road, and she saw this large wolf-like creature. And according to her account, it had a broad chest, long arms, covered in fur, standing on two legs, kind of hunched over, and it kind of looked more like a man wolf than a regular wolf or dog. And that, the legs seemed to be more of like a canine legs with the bent backwards legs. You have there another report in Elkhorn, and then another one of a local teenager while she was driving home one evening. Once again, saw a creature kneeling by the side of the road, eating roadkill. And her car approached. The creature reportedly stood up on two legs, glared at her before she sped away in fear. You have a few having their finding prints. You have there the story of the Beast of Bray Road, which in the 1990s gained a lot of traction. This cryptid, a supernatural cryptid, unknown animal of Dogman, has actually been talked about before. If you take them both into one, Dogman, werewolf, you have medieval European lore where there's a folklore about Middle Ages of tales of werewolves, humans who could transform into wolves or wolf-like creatures. And even though that's different from Dogman, supposedly, that these precursors to Dogmen exist back in the 16th, 17th century. You have there, of course, ancient Egyptian mythology where Anubis, the god Anubis, is depicted as a man with the head of a jackal or a dog. And then if we go even to the Greek and Roman texts, you have there the cynocephaly. The cynocephalies are creatures resembling this Dogman. They were literally, and if the word translated literally means dog-headed men. These were mythical beings. They are believed to have a body of a man and the head of a dog. They appear in works of historians like Herodotus, 5th century BCE, and Pliny the Elder, 1st century CE. They were thought to live in distinct lands. They did trade. They lived in particularly in lands of Africa and India. And they were also often depicted as fierce warriors or barbaric tribes who were hired as mercenaries. You can find that in history there. I think Marco Polo also talked about them. So there'll be other videos on the Beast of Bray or the Dogman or Wolfman or werewolves. Also, there's talk that skinwalkers can also change into this wolf-like creature. So there might be 3 different things going on at the same time. They might be all one. Either way, the creature of Dogman is something very interesting that may have started back in the 80s, early 90s, but technically it goes all the way back to early history.